What if your act of love becomes, in spiritual terms, a kind of abduction? It sounds intense, maybe even harsh, but we have to say it plainly. If someone has crossed over, if their soul has passed on, and they've made peace with that, is bringing them back really a gift, or is it an interruption? Let's get clear. This isn't about medical resuscitation in the moments after trauma. This is about full resurrection, through gene cloning, AI simulation, body rebuilding, or digital consciousness upload. It's about the return of someone who already transitioned, who already detached, who already chose to go. In a world where resurrection becomes accessible, where digital twins, cloned bodies, and memory archives make it possible to recreate someone post-mortem, consent becomes everything. And yet, in most conversations around resurrection, we only focus on the living, the one left behind, the grieving parent, the partner, the child, the one with the power to fund the process or initiate the code. But what about the person being called back? If they didn't ask to return, if they didn't give spiritual or legal consent, what are we doing when we bring them back? You could call it a violation, a trespass. But in its rawest truth, it's spiritual kidnapping. Because think about it, if someone is taken from a place of rest, from their own closure, and pulled back into form, into flesh, into a timeline they were no longer aligned with, we are overriding not only their death, but their destiny. And this doesn't have to be malicious to be dangerous. It usually comes from love, from longing, from desperation to feel connected again. But just because we miss someone doesn't mean we have the right to summon them. And that's exactly what resurrection is. Summoning. We dress it up in technology and science. We call it preservation, innovation, advancement. But the core of it is still pulling something back across the veil, without knowing what we're interfering with on the other side. Imagine this. A woman loses her son. Years later, she funds a resurrection project. She rebuilds his body using DNA. She uploads his old memories from video archives. She programs his voice. She gives him a name, a room, a face. To her, it feels like healing. But what if that soul had already reincarnated? What if he was already living a new life, in a new form, with a new purpose? What if now, part of him is split, anchored in two timelines? Or worse, what if something else entirely takes that open seat? See, when we bring someone back without true energetic alignment, we don't create wholeness, we create distortion. And if you're wondering, how would we even know if someone wanted to return? Here's the truth. Most people don't think to declare it.